Like, you'd have to do 3-14 trade constructions.
Right.
One guy that we have not mentioned, and I agree with everything that everybody said already, but I think we're gonna have a conversation about Joel Embiid next summer, one way or the other. He played 19 games last year, 39 games the year before that. Now, 2 years ago there was a freak injury. Last year it was a million different things.
Mm-hmm.
I still think we're in the will he or won't he point with Embiid. Like, is he ever going to stay healthy? Are we sort of on the precipice of a new part of his career? Can he still kind of get back to that MVP level? I think they're still very much in the air. We might have our opinions of where that's going to go, but we're pretty much like, I think it's still an open question of, does he have one more year left in him? Can he do it for one more year? And I think we're going to know. I think this time next year, depending on how the season goes, we're going to know with Joel Embiid. It's either going to be 3 years in a row where he just doesn't have it for one reason or another. He just did that big feature profile on ESPN about all that stuff and his body and all these things.
Yeah.
We're going to know. I think we're going to know.
I really want Joel Embiid to succeed and like have a healthy season. And, you know, hopefully like Dirk wasn't like this in terms of health, but just like the late career, like championship thing would be awesome for him.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm sorry, Wes. But generally, I think that would be cool to do for Embiid. But I think I probably lean into we already know. Like, it's
really depressing.
It's hard for me to imagine a type of career where he ends up winning and mustering enough like availability to play May and June basketball. It's not about the regular season as much as it is like, hey, can you stay healthy for this 24 game, 20 whatever game window that we have? I just don't believe that is the case anymore. Maybe I would love for myself to be wrong in this situation, but I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm closer to we already know also. Like, I think whether, you know, he has it in him depends on what we're asking about. Like, what are we asking about?
Yeah.
Can he have another great dominant regular season when he's on the court? Absolutely. The dude is always dominant when he's out there. The idea of him making it through 4 rounds of the playoffs is just fantastical at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Just especially the way the playoffs are played over the last few years where things just get wildly more physical. He is obviously one of the most physical players in the league, but that physicality, like the dude's body just doesn't work right. And as somebody whose body also doesn't work right, I know how frustrating that can be. Like,
yeah.
Right. And look, if he could stay healthy, if he could play 60 games.
Oh, no way.
I'm telling you right now that's not going to happen. There's just no way.
There would be value in keeping him around, knowing that.
I heard this somewhere, and I can't remember whose podcast it was, but they were saying just don't start his season until January. So that way he only has to make it through 6 months rather than 9 months.
Well, that's what the Clippers did with Kawhi last year. Basically, he started in January, and like I know they only had to play 7 games in round 1. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have to go further than that, but he survived through the playoffs. You know, and maybe that is the case. Maybe that's the way that you got to do it. Also, like I think the next stage for Embiid's career is. You know how in Team USA, like he was just kind of a hired gun, like go out. This is an incredible team already, but we need you for this specific position, specific situation. I think that's probably the next version of Embiid's, you know, the next stage of Embiid's career.
This extension has got to kick in and then expire at some point.
Yep.
That's the rough thing with him. And that's why I think next summer we're going to be having that conversation of, because we're not really having the conversation now of how does Philadelphia get out of this? They're still like in Philly being like, I don't know, maybe one more, like maybe he's got one more run in him.
Someone owns their pick this year, right? Again,
probably.
I think someone owns their pick, so they don't have
Oklahoma City. It was top 6 protected last year, and the Sixers got to keep it. Is it still Oklahoma City?
It might be that. Yeah. So I mean, they don't have a wild incentive to tank either. You know,
right? Trying to look it up right now on RealGM.com. Maybe the real answer to this then is Edem Bona. Can he be the starter of the future? All right. Their pick next year to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Top 4
protected 1 to 4 again. Or 1 to 4 this year and
again in 2027. It just keeps kind of
that's tough, man. So they don't even have like a let's try and tank for, you know, it just no, they can't do it.
Right, because even if you have the worst record, you can still fall to 5.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But they got lucky this past time, and they got Edgecombe, who we all agree doesn't smile. So, all right. Anything else, guys, before we get out of here? Any other names on your list?
Nope.
That was it? Perfect. Thanks, guys, so much for jumping on here. Jared Dubin last night in basketball. As it's over at, I always screw up the name of the podcast, NBA Daily.
Yes.
NBA Daily over at The Athletic. You guys do a great job over there. Thanks so much for jumping on, guys. Really appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.